This is Paranormal Short Session 17 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of August, 2022. I'm looking at a kind of primitive little grave cradle made of brick. I like that. It's kind of ingenuity, and it's cool and it's unique. But it looks like it needs cleaning. It looks like it's probably whatever's growing on it, the algae or tree sap or pollen, might kind of etch into the cement. But that's kind of neat and interesting. You see we have a boundaries for several graves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6. 2 on the end are not marked. So this little grave cradle is just no more than a cement pad here. Let's zero in and see what we can see. John Condo. Oh, Gandon. John Gandon. It's very hard to read. Something Company B, 2nd Florida, Confederate States of America. And we have John F. Austin, born October 4th, 1883, passed away May 5th, 1917. I think that tombstone is much newer than 1917. So that's Gannon and Austin. Oh, this is a unique and old tombstone. Oh, I had my Ovilus Vb. I wanted to let the ghosts of spirits know that if you choose a word on the Ovilus Vb, then you're, to me, consenting to be on social media. So if you don't choose a word from the Ovilus Vb, then you won't be on social media, because no one will know you're here unless you materialize and my camera can pick you up. So I'm going to use the Ovilus Vb. If you want to participate, I'm tickled to death to have you. My first question will be to Nellie B. Austin, born August 6, 1855, and died September 21st, 1951. That little logo up there looks like a IHS. Huh. I don't know what that stands for. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. Nellie, what does, or Mrs. Austin, if you prefer, from a different time period, what does the IHS stand for, please? Use my Ovilus Vb. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to touch the ABC icon. Enjoy. Okay. Yes, I am enjoying the paranormal research. Thank you, Nellie. Are you Nellie? My name is Keith Evans. Yes, you can use the Ovilus Vb and it won't hurt you in any way that I know of. I don't remember ever being dead, even though I do believe in that reincarnation. Wed. So enjoy a wedding. Okay. Did you enjoy your wedding? Is that what you're telling me, Nellie? So getting back to it, the Ovilus Vb will not hurt you. So if you use it, it won't harm you in any way other than it would. You have to use your energy to use it. So once you use a couple words, you're probably not going to have much energy. So that's the only downfall to using the Ovilus Vb. When was your wedding? I know you were born August 6, 1855. Now this is James E. Austin. He was born October 12th, 1850 and died April 5th, looks like 1901. So you outlived your husband by 50 years. He was, what, about 51 when he passed away, and you almost lived to be 100. That's very good, Nellie. Mrs. Austin, that's very good. 1951, you were, what, 4 years short of being 100? You were 96. Again, if Mr. Austin and Mrs. Austin are here, or anyone that knows, what does the IHS stand for? I haven't got any more words on the obelisk. Alright, I'm going to zoom in on the IHS, so people at home, well, let me know what you think it stands for. Is that connected at the top? It don't look like it. It's got like a spiky, either a 1 or an I, with like a spike, like an arrowhead on the top. And the H has a broader arrowhead. And at the bottom has a arrowhead on the first line of the H, but the little hump at the bottom doesn't have an arrow line on it. It's flat. And then the S kind of broadens out on each side. I wouldn't say an arrowhead, but just broadening and flat. Huh. If anyone knows what that stands for, please leave a comment and let me know. This is the one on Mr. James E. Austin's grave. And this is the one on Nellie B. Austin's grave. So, alright. I'm moving right along. There's no marker here, but it looks like it's room for a person. And then over here, looks like a marker, but I'm going to have to get down here and stand on top of it to see. Looks like George. Let me get the leaves off. It's got a cross at the top. I got another word. Let me see. Wed is spelled W-E-D. Money is spelled M-O-N-E-Y. And Bishop is spelled B-I-S-H-O-P. So let me zero out on this. So money, wed. Is you wed for money? Did a bishop do your wedding? That's the only thing I could think of staying content. Wed, money, bishop. Okay, this is, I'm gonna have to zoom in a little bit, be able to see it. George Ed, looks like W-A-E-D. Ed Watt. Can't really see when he died. At the bottom, it looks like a name. Ed Stiston. I got another word. Sound like John. After Bishop, it was not John. It was Jog. J-O-G, and Hurt. H-U-R-T. Were you jogging and got hurt when you were jogging? Okay, looks like I can see it now, but not through the camera. It looks like born. Maybe that's died. June 30th, 1848. Then there's Edmund down here. Starting to thunder. You can see the storm clouds are approaching. I don't want to get my equipment wet, but I'm going to try to stay as long as possible. All right, let's go around and let's see, talk to some ghosts and spirits on this side. I'm just doing a walkthrough. I don't really know any of the ghosts and spirits here unless I see someone that I'm familiar with to really strike up a long conversation and ask an intelligent question. This one, it's hard for me to see. I'll zoom in and see if that helps any. This one looks like it's been cleaned. Yeah. That's hard to see if the white background, it just all blends in. But that's a nice tombstone. It's got a nice little cradle that matches the base, and it looks like it was a child. You can hear it thundering. This looks like a very new tombstone. Georgia Lucas, 1830 to 1910. So it doesn't look like it's from back to 1910. This is a neat little tombstone. It looks like it's been cleaned. I can't say that I can detect a name on it. And it's got a matching cradle that has not been cleaned. Let's go over to this side and so this one looks like it's 4 adults and maybe 4 children's size. For this, it almost looks like they allowed too much room on that side. Maybe it's just the way they placed the tombstones. But I don't see any writing here. If it's there, I cannot tell. If you can see any writing at home, please let me know. Alright, moving right along to this tombstone here. It says, sacred to the memory of Sabella, let me see, beloved wife of, can't see the first name, looks like S.L. Pierce is the last name. Born in Apalachicola, November 10th, 1852, and died November 22nd, looks like 93. That's pretty cool. They got a nice cradle, grave cradle, and a little footstone that says, looks like I.P. Looks like that tombstone's been broken. I heard something on the obelisk. Let's get in the shade where I can see it. They said 4 words, but I missed the one. Soon is S-O-O-N, divided, D-I-V-I-D-E-D, and good, G-O-D-E. They said 4 words, but I didn't get to it in time. So you'll get to see the 4th word when I take a picture of the log. Maybe it'll make more sense. Soon divided, good. So it seems like that person wants things to be divided. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but with current events, I think united we stand, divided we fall. Captain Alton Pierce, born April 22nd, 1843, passed away October 30th, 1914. That stone has been cleaned too. Let me see if I can zero in on this a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. Confederate States Navy, U.S. Steamboat Inspector. Yeah, I don't think They had too many naval vessels back then, but I might be wrong. All right, let us move on. There's a H here, whatever that stands for. It's out. Oh, H here. H here. Just a H marker. So there's one grave here. Let's go to this side first. Still getting some thunder, but it's staying to our north. So I hope it does that so I can get the paranormal short session completed and maybe even do a second one. Well, I'm staying underneath a nice shade tree, and I like that. I noticed one of these tombstones had writing on the back. Let's zoom in and see. I think it was this one. I think it was this one here. No, it wasn't that one. Huh. All right. Let's go over here, see what. This is a cement type boundary enclosing at least 3, and these two just have cradles around them, grave cradles. Look like they're concrete. And then this one has a really interesting type tombstone. Can't read it, but looks like a man carrying a wreath, or a woman with maybe ruffles on her sleeve carrying some type of purse or thing that might have flowers on the strap. Interesting. Usually the nameplates are here, but I don't know if they were doing that back then or not. So I'm not gonna dig that up. I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Let's go down here. The storm is staying to our north. Got another word on the Ovilus Vb. Invited good fame. Good is G-O-O-D. Fame and fine are the two new words. Fame is F-A-M-E, and fine, F-I-N-D. Almost like they're saying find fame. Well, I don't know if I'm doing this to be famous. I guess I'm doing it because I have a knack for it. So, our mother, Louis Mazzina. Oh, that name sounds familiar. Born August 18, 1883. Died. Gosh, this letter looks like maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a F. February 1st, 1898. If you can see what it says, please let me know, because I'm having struggling with seeing it. I guess that says mother. No, it's not. It's another name. And it has a nice little cradle of a gravestone material. It's not the type of material that, you know, some are concrete like this one, or the ones over there are concrete. That one might have a headstone. I should have checked that out. I hate to walk where it's not been mowed and a lot of leaves, because there could be a snake underneath there, and it's not worth getting bit, you know. That's another Confederate States of America, Company A. I think that's light infantry. Frank Mazzina. This cradle is almost buried, even though it might be tombstone. And it says Louisa B.A. Bruni, B-R-U-N-I, and Frank G.A. Messina. Let me see. Louise was born January 22nd, 1887. Passed away June 29th, 1879. And Frank was born January 24th, 1879, and passed away June 29th, 1887. All right, this is a long line. I think I'm going to stop at the Twin Peaks of the, I don't know, didn't they call that an Iron Cross at one time? Let me zoom in for people that want to get a better look at it. Tombstone. Those with better eyes, I'll give you the full view of it here. Alright, now I'm going to move over to the other side. Since it's like graves on top of graves, it's very hard to establish a certain line so that you touch every grave. This one in front of me is kind of neat. It's got like a crown with a cross through it at the top. It's rounded. It's embossed in. Looks like Thomas. Yes, a S there. Thomas. Last name looks like M-E-L-E-D. Melda. Anyway, starting to lighten a little bit, so probably gonna head back if it continues to lighten. Now this is almost a matching tombstone, but you can see it's been broken off, and it's off of its little mantle here. So I'll go ahead and work back since we got. This is a footstone H, and a footstone here H. I don't know if that's a stone for like a border, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gravestones. All right, we got a Freemason, a really nice grave cradle with a couple spots for flowers, and a Freemason Valentine Huffman, born January 3rd, 1848, died December 13th, 18... it looks like a 3, but it can't be, because that'd be before he was born. Probably 85. That'd make him roughly 30-some. Alright. I'll zoom in on that a little bit for you, give you a better look at the Mason's sign at the top. It's embossed in, the round top tombstone. Letters are embossed in. That one looks like it's been cleaned. This one has a nice cradle to it. Let me zoom out. And this one has at the top, it almost looks like a flower. And it says Charlotte Huffman. Born September 8th, 1852, died March 24th, 1938. Was that a 19 over here? No, that was the 18. Had to be 1885 then. All right. Now moving right along. Now this one has a a nice little cradle to it. Let me zoom in on this one just in case anyone wants to zoom in. You can see the little unique flower. Alright, the next one over. We already looked at that one's cradle. And at the top it has Woodman of the World Memorial. I don't know what the little thing says. It might be in Latin. Valentine Moonard Huffman, born August 23rd, 1887, passed away May 5th, 1946. I don't think I can read that. We miss thy kind and smiling face, thy fond and earnest care. Our home is dark without thee. We miss thee everywhere. Alright, let's go down. This one's a nice cradle. Zoom out. That's got a cross at the top within a circle. In memory of Angus Elizabeth Huffman, born August 30th, 1866, passed away December 30th, 1885. God is my strength and power, and he makes my way perfect. All right. At this point in time, let's see what our time is on here. Wow, we're at 26 minutes. I didn't know that much time had went by. Let's look at this. Last one is kind of unique. It's small. In memory of grandmother Anus Theobald, born October 24th, 1829, passed away February 9th, 1849. Oh, 1894, I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. It's got the nice little plot. I think what these H's are for Huffman. And instead of doing a whole wall, he just did the cornerstones at each opportunity that he had. It looks like the storm is just to our north. As long as I don't get rain and much lightning, I'm going to try to stay and continue on. It'll just be a long one. I usually don't do long ones, but there's been so much interesting stuff. This Ovilus here, I guess you could say the north side has a cross with like a king's hat, whatever the king wears. Elizabeth, daughter of Cornelius Elizabeth Grady, born December 13th, 1846, died September 29th, 1854. It looks like it was broken off and then repaired, or maybe it came in two parts. So that'd be the base, little flat thing, 3, 4, and then 5. Yeah, I don't think it was broken. This side, it might be for 4 people, 4-sided. Well, that's unique. Ovilus. It's got the cross through the king's hat, or crown, I guess you call it. Crown, yeah. And then this one says Cornelius, son of Cornelius Elizabeth Grady, born September 8th, 1851, died June 2nd, 1853. Only 2 years old. Zero in on Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth was about 6 years old. That's sad. Cornelius was only 2, about 2. And Our mother, Elizabeth Gray. Okay, it was broken. You can see there, it's uneven cracked on this side. So that must have been one piece at one time of the Ovilus. You can see where it's broken. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit. Our mother, Elizabeth Grady, died. Now this might be the people that owned the Grady general store or marine store there in Apalachicola. Died March 24th, 1884, age 60 years old. And I don't know, that's a different emblem. That's not a cross going through a king's crown. Maybe two birds or some type of flower, two flowers, or a hummingbird with a long beak next to a flower. This one has not been cleaned. All right. Well, this is the what I would say is the south side. The east side was the Cornelius. Storm is